The Legend of Zelda here on the Nintendo Entertainment System, one of my favorite games of all time. I've talked about it in past videos. I am the Zap-Zap Man. Thank you for joining me here on this walkthrough of this amazing classic game. Now, I'm not going for a speed run here. I'm not even going for a perfect run. What I'm going for here is a run that is likely the last walkthrough that you'll ever need to get through this game. We're going to collect pretty much everything here. The only thing I'll miss is one bomb upgrade at the very end, which you really don't need to complete the game itself. So I just kind of skipped over it. But I'll show you where it is when we get there, so that if you would like to, you can go grab it. So here in the opening cinematic here, they run through all of the different items in the game, and we will get, I believe, every single one of these. It's going to be a near 100% run in terms of certainly item gathering and all that sort of stuff. But we'll get each of these as all of our dungeons and stuff like that progress. So we are going to hop right in here, and let's get going. So here's the opening screen, obviously very famous opening screen. We're going to hop in the cave here at the left side. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. And that is our wooden sword. That is the first of 3 swords that we are going to grab here in The Legend of Zelda. So, what we need to do here is we're going to start gathering some stuff. We need to go get bombs. We need to go get some heart containers. We need to go get a sword upgrade, a shield upgrade. And right now we're going to make our way to the far right of the map. We're going to grab some rupees as we go, just to make things a little bit easier on us. And we're going to go all the way to the far right in search of bombs. And you can see on the right side of your screen, too, I have kind of a layout of the different steps that we're going to take to get through this here. First, we're going to go with bombs and hearts. We'll go to the white sword, magical shield, arrows, potions, and some other fun little things. We're going to grab the blue ring. And we're going to do all of this. We're going to do all of this before we even go to the first dungeon in the game. And by the time that we do, level 1 in this game is going to seem embarrassingly easy because we're so powered up at that point. So we'll have a sword upgrade, a shield upgrade. The blue ring is really the key there because it cuts our damage in half. And there are 2 rings that we're going to get in this game. The blue ring that we'll get right off the bat here, and then the red ring that we actually don't get to the very end of the run in level 9. So we're all the way here on the far right. We're going to pop into this little cave here, and we're going to grab ourselves some bombs. And you can see here they're being sold for the very affordable price of just 20 rupees. And you saw the arrow and the magical shield there too, and we are actually going to acquire those shortly as well. So we've gone and we've gotten our bombs, and now it is time for us to start hunting heart containers. The walkthrough here, I'm actually using a lot of guidance here from Zelda Dungeon. They have an incredible text and photo-based run. And I use that kind of as my template here because I've gone through and seen a lot of different walkthroughs, and theirs really is the most complete in the most logical sense. So we're going to go and bomb that second tiled wall in back on this screen in the beach here. You're going to walk in, you're going to see either he offers you, the old man, a red potion or a heart container. Obviously, we're going to grab the heart container, as our goal here is to get up to 5 heart containers. And once you get 5, you are eligible to go grab our first sword upgrade, which is called the white sword. But we will get to that in just a few minutes. So here we're going to continue on, and we're going to start gathering some rupees here. So we're going to go a few more screens to the right. And you see the 2 Armos here. We're going to actually tap the top of the right one, and he's going to move out of the way. We're going to hop down in this staircase. And this is the first of several moblins that are kind of hidden around Hyrule that give us little gifts of rupees, and that one's just going to give us 10. So we're going to back up, and we're going to head up 1 screen, and we're going to tap up on the right Armos here as well. And we're going to hop down in here. And remember, it is a secret to everybody, so don't tell anyone that you're getting this. So there's another 30 for us. And now we're going to go up 1 screen, and we're going to place a bomb at the second tile in, right there, so right above us. And we're going to hop down into that cave there. And here's another rupee drop for us. That's another 30, so that brings us up to 77. We're going to head west 1 screen. And we're going to place a bomb at the second tile in on that big boulder in the middle there. I'm going to hop down. And here is our 5th heart container. So this is the last one that we need to go and acquire the white sword. And that is what we're going to go and do right after we make one pit stop. So we're going to go all the way to the top right of the map here. And we're going to do 2 things while we're up here. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to head up this ladder. It's a long set of steps. It's not a ladder, I guess. It's a long set of blue steps. And we're going to go to a cave up here. And in here, there's an old man with a blue letter that tells us to show this to the old woman. So we're going to grab that, and we're going to use that in just a little bit so we can get our potions. And then we're going to head back down the steps. We're going to go right. And in here, we're going to see a bunch of green trees, one of which you can walk into the mouth, which is kind of weird. In there is a bit of a casino. It's a little money-making game, but we're not going to use that for this run. We're going to walk through the invisible wall, though, right above it, just one cell to the right. And we're going to grab ourselves a 100 rupee drop from this moblin. So this is the largest rupee drop. There's a few of them, but they don't go above 100. But we're going to need that 100. So from here, we're going to go west a little bit, and we are going to acquire what's called the blue candle. There are 2 candles in this game. The blue one is the one you can buy in the store here up in the mountains. And there's also a red candle, which we'll acquire a little bit later on in a very late dungeon of the game. You'll notice there's a little pattern there between the candles and the rings, is that the blue one is the first one you acquire, and the red is the most powerful one. So here we're going to buy the blue candle for 60, and we're going to go down here, go down 1 screen, and then head west. As soon as we get rid of these Tektites here. These lovely jumping spiders. There are 2 types in the game. There are orange and blue ones. The orange are the easier ones to kill. So we're going to go west 2 screens here, and we're going to be back at this part of the map a little bit later on for one of the middle dungeons. We're going to go up these steps here, and this is where we encounter our first blue Lionel. At this stage of the game, these guys are extremely dangerous. We don't yet have a ring, which is basically a tunic upgrade. We don't have an upgraded sword. We don't have an upgraded shield. In this cave, the old man offers us the white sword if we can master using it, and all that means is you need to have a minimum of 5 heart containers, and he will entrust you with the white sword. So we're going to go back out here, and our next step is to go and acquire the magical shield. In order to do so, we're going to have to go down, and we're going to have to burn a bush kind of in the middle of the map. It's a little bit past level 1, and it's kind of close to where the opening screen of the game is. So we're going to go left here. We're going to dodge all these boulders. And again, this is not going to be a perfect run for me. I'm going to get hit every time, every now and again. It's going to happen. As you play the game, you're not going to run through this and not get hit either. It just happens. So here you're going to see 5 green bushes. We're going to burn the bottom right one, and we're going to pop down there. And we're going to encounter another one of those moblins giving us free money. And there's another 30 in our bank account. We're going to go down a few screens here. And that bridge to the left there is actually where level 1 is, but we're not going to go in just yet. We're going to burn this bush on the screen below at the top right. We're going to get a little bit more money from another one of our moblin friends. There's another 30, which brings us up to 179. And again, your number will differ just a little bit, because I'm, picking up rupees as we go, just by killing enemies and getting some rupee drops. On this screen here, once we've gone west, we're going to burn the 5th bush down. And we're going to hop in there. We're going to get our 6th heart container. And then we're going to go back down, and we're going to go 1 screen to the west here. And we're going to burn the bush right at the corner. Going to avoid that flying beam coming at us from the ocean. We're going to go and buy this magical shield here for 90 rupees. Now you see the thing in the middle there, that is called meat. We are going to need that again in a later dungeon, but we will come back to that. We don't need to buy it just yet. Alright, so now we have our magical shield. We are down to 89 rupees. We're going to burn another bush here. We're going to acquire just a couple more rupees here, not a huge drop. And that's 10, and that's going to take us up to 99. So, now as we keep going, we're going to go right just a few screens. Get a few more rupee drops. So we're going to go up away from the lake, and if you want, you can actually go up an extra screen here. There's actually a fairy fountain if you need a little refill of hearts. But since I just got a heart drop, I'm not going to need to. And now you'll see with our white sword, these blue Tektites are actually no trouble at all. You can kill them with one slash. So we're going to go into the cave here. And we are going to make our next purchase of the game, which is arrows. So those go for 80 rupees in this cave, but we cannot use them yet because we've not yet acquired the bow, which we will do in the first dungeon of the game. So we're going to go right a screen, we're going to go down, we're going to break out our trusty candle and burn the bush at the bottom left, and we're going to hop in there to refill our rupees just a little bit. Going to pick up another 10, we're up to 35. We're going to go down one screen, and we're going to burn the second one in at the bottom. Excuse me, third one in. For one more rupee drop. And that one is a doozy. So that's our second 100 rupee drop of the game, and that brings us up to 135. Now we're saving up for two things here. We are saving up for our first red potion, and I'm only going to need one in this game, but if you need to get more as the game goes along, feel free. You just need to collect rupees as you go. And we're also saving up for the blue ring, which goes for a hefty 250 as we continue going west here. So one important thing to note is the wallet in this game caps you at a maximum of 255 rupees. So you need to be very judicious, and that's why the blue ring is so valuable, because it almost eats up your whole wallet. So we're a screen above the starting screen right now. We're going to drop a bomb there in the kind of the top. I think it's one cell away from the center. Acquire 30 more rupees, which brings us up to 165. Now we're going to head west, and we are going to present that letter to the old woman in a cave right across a little bridge. Going to continue going west, go across a river here. And that little cave you see at the top of your screen, that is where we're going to give the letter to the old woman. So now we're up to 173, so we'll walk in, we'll present her the letter. And she gives us two options here. You can either buy a blue potion for 40 or a red potion for 68. The red potion is just 2 blue potions, so it's just kind of a bulk discount. And each time you drink it, it restores all of Link's hearts, which is really nice and especially useful in the later dungeons if you need to use it. And you'll see later in this run, I'm sure I will as well. So now all we're doing right now is we need to gather some more rupees for our blue ring. We're about 145 away right now. We need a total of 250. And we're going to go up to, see the last bush there in the row of singles. We're going to burn that. We're going to pop down there. And here is our next moblin friend. And he's going to drop us a cool hundo. So that's 3 100 rupee drops we've gotten. And now we're up to 205. So now we're only 45 rupees away from being able to afford the blue ring. We're going to go back down a screen here, and then we're going to go to the right. We'll go down and go around the bend, down to the left, killing any baddies in our way. All the way to the left here. We're going to break out our bombs. We get these guys out of the way very quickly. And we got some nice little rupee drops as we went there too, so that was worth it. So we're going to drop a bomb just to the right of that little crevice in the wall to get one more moblin drop here. And he's going to give us 30, which brings us up to 241, so now we're only 9 away. So now we just need to gather 9 more rupees on the way there, but we're going to get one more rupee drop on the way as we go up. So we're going to go up past that burned bush that we saw, up one screen and then left. And then the bottom right bush of the center 8 there, we're going to burn that thing. As soon as we get this gentleman out of the way. Go down there. And this gentleman moblin is going to get us over the 250 mark with a nice 10. So now we're at 251. We're going to go right a few screens and then up along the shoreline. And we are going to acquire the blue ring, which is just going to make the first few dungeons here incredibly easy. Now, what the blue ring does is it reduces the damage that you take by 50%. And like I said, later on in the game, we're going to acquire a red ring, which reduces it by another 50%. So you'll see how that helps us in the very latter stages of the game. So we're going to use our sword beam here. We're going to just fire off, kill these guys. And then you see 6 Armoses here. We're going to tap on the top middle, go down into this shop here. And the blue ring is being sold for 250 rupees. And you'll see our bank account just drain pretty much all the way down. And that is the last thing that we need to do on our way to level 1. As Link comes back up from the stairs, you'll see the color of his tunic has changed from green to light blue. That is a sign that the blue ring is equipped. And we are going to head right, and we're going to go pretty much to the center of the overworld map here to go to level 1. It's across a very, very long bridge. I believe it is the longest bridge in the game, if I remember correctly. We're going to retrace a lot of our steps here, because like I said before, we actually walked right by level 1 on the way here. So killing anybody in our way. We're going to go left across this bridge, and here is the entrance to level 1 inside this brown tree's mouth. Shades of the Great Deku Tree. And here is level 1. So levels in Legend of Zelda are really all kind of the same design, they're just colored differently. And so when we get into level 1 here, we're going to grab our first key by killing the keys here in the left room. And then we're going to go back and go to the right. And here you will find some walking skeletons known as Stalfos. You may recognize these most notably from Ocarina of Time, from Twilight Princess. These guys are regulars in the Legend of Zelda series. They drop you a key as well. And so now we've acquired our first 2 keys of the game. And we're going to use one of them to go up. And we're going to see 3 more Stalfos in this room. Again, these guys are no match for the white sword at all. And the white sword deals double the damage as the wooden sword did, so it's not really much of a challenge. We're going to go up another room of Stalfos here. There's 5 of these gentlemen. And we've acquired a little heart drop, which makes this all the more easy. We acquire a key, and we're going to go 1 room to the right. And here are a bunch more keys, and this is where we acquire the dungeon's compass. This allows us to see where the boss is hiding out. You see up in the top left of your screen, that little blinking red light? That compass lets us know where the boss is. So now we're going to go back here to the left. Bomb a room, we're going to go up. So we get to walk through this wall here. You're going to see through all the game's dungeons as we acquire the dungeon map there, and now you can see the map illuminated in the top left of your screen. We're going to bomb an awful lot of walls as we go through our dungeons here, so get used to it. A few more Stalfos in this room. We're going to acquire 1 more key. We're going to use that, and we're going to go up. And here are our first look at Gorias, or Gorias depending on how you want to pronounce it. But they're these big, like Ganon-looking dudes that fire boomerangs back and forth. They are not fast, but the boomerangs can get a little annoying. So we're going to kill all of those gentlemen, and we are going to acquire another key. And we're going to go through that door to the left. So here, there are blade traps in the 4 corners of the room. You can kind of sucker them into jumping at you. We're going to push the block on the left, go down the stairs, and here we acquire our bow. So now the arrows are able to be used. So we'll get rid of these keys here, walk right by them, go back up the steps, and retrace our steps back through these few rooms. Now the thing about arrows that you should be aware of is that, number 1, they're very useful for killing certain enemies, and one dungeon boss in particular. But every time you use an arrow, it drains a rupee from your pouch or bank account, or whatever you want to talk about. And so we're going to use a key here. We're going to go a room to the right. So we still have 1 key left. I'm going to get rid of these Gorias here, and we're going to acquire a boomerang of our own. So now we have our boomerang, and there is an upgrade for this coming up as well, which is called the blue boomerang, believe it or not. And we're actually almost done with the dungeon already. We're going to go down here, grab a key, avoid the wall masters. And here is the dungeon's boss, known as Aquamentus. With your white sword, all he takes is 3 shots to the head, and he is toast. Grab your heart container. We're up to 7 now. Go to the room he was blocking and acquire your first piece of the Triforce of Wisdom. That's how easy level 1 is when you're all powered up, and frankly, even if you're not, it's not that bad. So that's the first dungeon of 9 in the game. And now we are going to go straight to dungeon number 2, because, I mean, let's keep going. We're overpowered right now. We're on a roll. We're going to acquire some rupees and hearts as we go. And we're going to go to dungeon 2. And you should know that all the dungeon maps are actually named after something. So the first dungeon was called the Eagle. The second dungeon is called the Moon. And it's just the shape of the dungeon itself. And you'll be able to tell what they are just by looking at the map. So you see our complete walkthrough on the right side as we go through the desert here for the first time with our newly found blue ring. And level 2 is going to be right near one of the rupee drops that we had before as well. So we're going to go a screen to the right here. We're going to go down. And if you remember at the very start of this walkthrough, we moved that right armos out of the way to get a rupee drop. But here we're going to go down a screen, and we're going to go left in between these bushes, and this is the entrance to level 2. So we're going to get rid of these bad boys here. We're going to go up the blue steps, as I struggle to get rid of them because I'm a dork. Up the blue steps, and into the giant toothed mouth. And here is level 2. You notice the aesthetics look like level 1, except this one is a dark kind of bluish purple color. Here we're going to go a room to the right. We'll see these little snake-like creatures known as ropes. These creatures come right at you when you're either horizontally or vertically lined up with them, so be aware they're not that slow when they're actually lined up with you. So we're going to acquire a key there. We're going to go up to the next room. We're going to kill a few more ropes here. These guys are much easier when you're at full health because you can just fire sword beams at them. We're going to go a room to the left. Hey, guess what's in here? Guess who the main recurring enemy of the dungeon is. You see how they speed up when they get near you? We're gonna get rid of this last guy here. Opens the door to the left. In this room, guess who? We got another few snake fellas in here. We'll get rid of them. And once you get the hang of it, it's not that bad. We'll acquire a key, and we're gonna go back to the right. We'll continue going on to the right. And we are going to go straight through here and open the door that is keyed on the far right. And we're going to proceed through there. And these little gentlemen are called gels. You don't need to defeat them if you don't want to. Just know that your boomerang can take care of them. So we're going to grab our compass. We'll see that red light lighting up at the top left of the map. Break out our bombs and bomb our way through the north wall. There's 5 gorillas in this room. Gorillas. There are 5 gels in this room. As we defeat them, we're going to bomb up one more room. And here are those gorillas I was thinking about. There are 3 of them here. And if we defeat them, there's going to be a little treasure in here for us, and that is our blue boomerang upgrade. We're going to go a room to the left. And the blue boomerang, the only difference here is that it can go all the way across the room. Also, keep in mind, boomerangs can stun enemies, so if you fling it at them like that, they'll pause in their tracks for a couple of seconds. We'll grab a key, we'll go a room to our north, and this is our first look at a Maldorm. You'll see them a few times during the game. It looks like it's kind of a sandy room here, but this is our first look at these guys. You'll see them scattered throughout dungeons as we go. So we'll knock him off, and we'll grab a key, and then we'll go a room to our east. We'll see some blade traps in here, along with some keys, but we just want those bombs. So we're going to grab the bombs and get the heck out. Back to our west, and then a room to our north. In here, guess who? More snake friends. We need to defeat all the ropes in this room to unlock this door. So the room to the north is now unlocked. We're going to proceed to the north, and now we're only 1 room away from the boss of this dungeon. There are 5 red gorillas in this room. We're going to knock them out very quickly with our white sword beams. These guys are no match. 2 hits each, and they are done. Pick up the extra bombs on the right. And then we're going to head north. The boss of level 2 is Dodongo. You may recognize him from Ocarina of Time or, you know, a couple other Zelda games. And all it takes is 2 bombs to the mouth. You gotta wait till he's walking towards you. Not the last time we'll see these enemies in a dungeon. 2 bombs in the mouth and he's done. Grab that heart container. You're now up to 8. Walk to the left and grab your second piece of the Triforce of Wisdom. There's nothing else to do in the overworld right now, so we're going to go straight to level number 3, which is called the Manji. It's a little bit more challenging than the first 2 dungeons we've talked about. You know, the first 2 are really kind of like tutorial dungeons. They're not, like, overly challenging, as you see. We progress through these things pretty quickly. So we're going to keep going to our west here. Again, these are all screens that we have traversed already on our way to level 3. And level 3 is located all the way pretty much at the bottom left of the map. We were right near it before we went and got our blue ring. It will look mighty familiar to you if it doesn't already. And I would say the boss of level 3, just to discuss that for a minute, is a little more challenging than, you know, certainly more challenging than the bosses of levels 1 and 2. It requires a little bit of timing, a little bit of luck with your bombs, but we'll get to that when we get in there. The other thing we're going to encounter in level 3 are Dark Nuts. Dark Nuts are definitely going to be your most challenging boss to date, or challenging enemy to date, as we go down here. And then we're going to take a right and go into this little room here, and we're going to walk right into that toothed mouth once again. And here is level 3, so it's kind of like a muted gray. Again, the design of this one is called the Manji. I believe it's a Japanese symbol. And so in the first room here, we're going to encounter a new enemy known as a Zol. The Zols are very, very easy. They're the slowest enemy in the game. They don't shoot anything at you. The white sword, you get rid of them in 1 hit. And they are kind of like the featured, you know, B-level enemy in this dungeon, just like the ropes were in level 2. So we're going to grab a key here in the second room. We're going to go north 1 room again. And here's our first look at Dark Nuts. Now, these guys, the red Dark Nuts are not that bad. Just be aware that they can only take damage from the side and from the back. If they are facing you and you hit them, they will not get hurt. So you have to do a little maneuvering. Now, the red ones aren't bad. They only take 2 hits. We'll grab our bombs here, and we're going to go a room to the west. In here, you'll see some keys. There's our compass. You see it start to blink. We're going to use our key and go another room to the west. And here's a room with 5 red Dark Nuts in it. We're going to eliminate all of these guys and then proceed down south through that door that is locked. Now, these guys, as you may imagine, are much, much easier to get rid of if you have full health, just like a lot of other enemies in this game. If you don't have full health, it gets a little dicey because then you have to get a lot closer to them, so it's a little bit dicier. Down here in the southern room, don't even touch these guys, just find your way through the stairs, avoid them at all costs. We'll go down the stairs, get rid of the keys in here, and then we're going to go pick up the treasure of level 3, which is called the Raft, and we are going to use this to get to level 4, and also to grab another goodie when we're done with level 3. Back up in this room, do not touch these Dark Nuts, get the heck out of there, and go north 1 room, and north another room. In here, this is our first look at red bubbles. Now, these guys they don't actually hurt you, but if they touch you, you can't use your sword for a few seconds. So we're going to try to avoid these guys, grab the key, go back south, and then go east. And we're going to go 1 more room to our right, and then go up. So in this room, there are locked doors to the north, west, and east. We're going to get rid of the baddies in the middle there, acquire a new key. And then we're going to go through the locked door to our east. In this room, we can grab our dungeon map. Now you can see everything up in the top left of your screen. We're going to go and break out our bombs. Make sure those spike traps don't get us. Lay down a bomb to the east and scurry through there. So this is Manhandla. He's the dungeon boss. One very nicely placed bomb and he will be out of here. Go through that door to the north and grab your third piece of the Triforce. And we are 3/8 of the way home. So, like I said, in that dungeon we acquired the raft, so now we have the ability to go and grab a couple more things on the far east of the map. Now, the raft can be used whenever you see a little ledge at the edge of land that leads out into water. So not a bridge like this, but if we go up, you see this little ledge, that green ledge right there? You can actually walk off of that with a raft. Now, that's actually where level 4 is, but we're not going to go there just yet. We're going to go all the way to the eastern part of the map, and we are going to sail off into a little, we'll say, secret island. So we're going to traverse across a lot of these screens that we've seen before. We're going to go north past the old entrance to level 1. We're going to go east across the desert here. And again, you want to acquire as many rupees as you can as we go along here. Because, you know, you never know, A, when you're going to need a potion, and we have a couple more things that we need to grab as the game goes on anyway. So here we're going right across the desert, avoiding everyone and anyone. And across this screen here, where we have some spiders jumping at us. I'm going to go all the way to the right, grabbing that rupee, just in case, like I said. We're going to go right here, we're going to go down and then right again. So we're going to go one more screen to the east. And that little brown ledge right there, we can walk right off of it with our raft and into this secret area here. We'll walk right down. Now, it looks like a dungeon, but it's not. This is actually our next heart piece, and this is going to be our 10th heart container. So now we have 10 containers, and now we're ready to go back and go into level 4. So now we're going to backtrack everything that we just did and go all the way back to the west. Remember, to that little green ledge that we had talked about before. And that is where we're going to set sail off into level 4, just like we set sail off into that secret island where we just got our heart container. Now, level 4 here is a little bit more challenging than level 3. It's got a couple of different enemies, one that's a little bit more challenging than another, but it's also a combination of a lot of past enemies that you've seen. Now, the other thing in this dungeon is that it's the first time you'll see a previous dungeon's boss in just a regular room. That's something that we'll see as dungeons go on. This is the first time that we're going to see that. The dungeon boss here in level 4 is also the most challenging out of the first 4, by far. It's not overly challenging per se, but it's definitely the most out of the first 4. So here we see the little green ledge. We're going to step off, and we're going to float right off into the level 4 island here. Again, similar aesthetic here, except it's a very, very ugly, dark greenish yellow color, which is just gross. So we're going to go west here. We're going to knock off all of these keys and acquire our first key in the dungeon, as we're right there to grab it. So now we actually have a total of 7 keys, because we're not necessarily going in every room in every dungeon, because we don't need to. We're not trying to 100% this thing. We're just trying to see how to beat it. So we're going to go north 1 room, and this is a new enemy called a Vire. So these guys, if you hit them with your white sword, they're actually going to splinter off into 2 red keys. The red keys are identical to blue keys. There's nothing different about them. They just look red. So we're going to go east. It's going to be dark. So in a dark room, we're going to use our candle to light it up. And in this room, we acquire our compass. We're going to grab that, not get hit, and we're going to head back west. In this room, we're going to get rid of the Vires. Just get them out of the way. We're going to go north a room. In this room, there's a bunch of blue keys. Grab that key, head west. You don't have to do anything else. Break out your candle, light up the room. There's a lot of buyers here. You can get rid of them, get them out of your way. This is one of those where you do have to kind of fight your way through it just because of the block layout of the room. We're going to go north, and we're going to break out that candle one more time to light up the room. And you can defeat everyone in here just in case you want a rupee or a heart drop. Again, very, very, very easy enemies. Light up one more room here, and you'll notice there's a little moat across the middle that we can't get by. So we're going to go and use our key to the right here, and that's going to lead us to the first item here in the dungeon. So there's more Vyres here in this room, kind of surrounded by water. And if we want to get through that door to the right, we're going to have to kill every single one of these guys. Don't forget that you can use your boomerang to immobilize them just for a second, make them a little bit easier of a target. And there's our last one, and then the door opens on the eastern side of the room. Here, we're going to have our first look at like-likes. Again, these guys resurface in Ocarina of Time. I think they're inside the Spirit Temple. The best way to defeat these guys is, for my money, is the arrows. You can use your sword from far away. If you get near them, they will eat you up, they will take your shield, they will do all sorts of things. Once you've eliminated everyone in the room aside from the bubbles, push the left block out of the way to reveal a staircase in the top right of the room. We'll jump down the stairs, and in here is this dungeon's treasure called the ladder. And this allows us to walk through one block of water at a time. So you'll see we can walk across moats now. In one of the rooms we were just in, we can actually just walk straight across as we go back west. So in this room, we can just walk straight across now. It makes things a little bit easier for us. And as we go west back into this room, we technically could light it up with our candle, but we already know what it looks like. So we're going to walk north. And this room is already lit up, so we're going to go around to the right-hand side and go east as it gets dark again. And in here we are going to grab our dungeon map. So in this room, we're just going to light this up real quick. We are going to bomb that wall to the north, grab our dungeon map on the bottom right, and you can see the map now appear, and this dungeon is called the Snake. We're going to bomb up to go into a rupee room. We're going to bomb north one more time. Break out our candle to light the room up. And this is a room full of keys and a key. We're going to grab that key. We're going to go over to the east. We're going to avoid the spikes in here. We're going to light the room up. We're going to go down to the south, and we're going to go into a room with some more Vyres, and this is the last room before the dungeon boss. So we're just going to get rid of these guys again. Don't forget to use your boomerang if you need to immobilize them at any point. They're also the boomerang's also very helpful for getting rid of all the red keys in the room because they fly around here, there, and everywhere. And we got one more to get rid of here. And then we're going to push the block to our left, and we're going to go in and fight the boss. So the boss of level 4 is called a Gleeok. It is a two-headed dragon type thing. Anyway, you want to start slashing away at the neck here, between the head and the body. And if you do it just right, you'll get rid of him in no time at all. Heart container is down the bottom right. Grab that. That is number 11. And grab our fourth piece of the Triforce of Wisdom, and we are halfway home. As we come out of level 4 here, we're going to take the raft back across. Now that we have the ladder, we actually have the ability to get a couple more things. So we're going to go all the way to the eastern part of the map, past where we took that raft to get our heart container before level 4. And we are going to go and grab another heart container with our ladder. So we're still grabbing rupees as we go. We're going north past the bridge to level 1. We're going to go right all the way across the desert here. So we're proceeding across the desert to the right here. And keep going all the way over, all the way over, all the way over. And we're going to go down one screen, and then we're going to go right. Just following the shoreline all the way over. And then down. Now, there are a couple of platforms there you can use the ladder on, but we're going to skip past those. We're going to go to these right here, and you see the heart container sitting out there on your right. So you can kill everyone in here or not, depending on what you want, but use that ladder, get over there, grab your heart container, and now you are up to 12, which means we have enough to now go get the magical sword before we go to level 5. So, we're going to make our way all the way over there, and we are going to go get the magical sword. Now, this is the first Tier 3 item that we're getting in the game. So, this is going to double the damage of the white sword, which was double the damage of the wooden sword. So, right now, we're essentially going to be dealing 4 times the level of damage as the original sword that we acquired in the game. The magical sword is the most powerful sword in the game. There is no master sword in the original Legend of Zelda, so this is kind of its substitute, I suppose. The master sword didn't make its appearance for, I don't recall if it was in the Adventure of Link, but it certainly wasn't in A Link to the Past. So we're going to use our ladder, go right across that little inlet there. Go west, then we're going to go down. And west again. And we're going to go up these blue steps. On the way to get the magical sword, we're going to get something called the Power Bracelet. This allows us to move some blocks that block warp zones. You'll see. So we'll grab the Power Bracelet right there. And we're going to continue west. See those four blocks right there? With the Power Bracelet, we're going to use those in a little bit. And we're going to continue going west here. We're going to be back on this screen in a little while. Then we're going to go up into the graveyard. And in the second row of graves, the third one over, we push it out of the way. And inside is the old man with the magical sword. And there is our highest rated sword in the game. There is nothing higher than that. And now we're ready to proceed on to level 5. So we're going to go eastbound here, and we're actually not going to traverse the entire map. We're going to go up these blue steps, and we're going to push this rock out of the way and go down these steps. And this opens up a warp zone. Not that different from Super Mario. So we go down the right steps. We're going to go left a few screens, and now we're going to have to do a little trickery to unlock level 5. Once you're on this screen, it looks like you're in the Lost Hills. We're going to go up 4 straight times. So that's 2... 3, and one more, and we'll hear our magical da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And here is level 5. We're gonna go walk right down. Level 5 is kind of a light green. So we're gonna go to the right first. Now we're gonna break out our arrows here. So this level is called the Lizard, in case I didn't mention that yet. And the enemies here that we're going to encounter here, the jumping cat things, are called Paul's Voice. Easiest way to kill them is with an arrow, by far. So we're going to get our key, we're going to go back to the left, then we're going to go up. And we'll light this thing back up with our candle. And these mummy-looking things are actually called Gibdos. A Gibdo is, again, one of the easiest enemies in the game. They just kind of, walk around looking scary. They don't really do anything to you. Just don't touch them. So we're going to bomb a wall to our left. And we'll walk west 1 screen. And we're going to kill a bunch more Gibdos here. And we're going to grab some bombs. And we're going to load up on a couple of rupees. Again, these things are only 2 shots with the magical sword. bomb west. Pick up our extra bomb there to get back to our fill of 8. And we're going to get back to one of these rooms. Now in here, these are blue dark nuts. These are twice as powerful as the red dark nuts. The magical sword, though, they only take 2 hits to kill, so it's not too bad. Now remember, in this room, we cannot move the block at the far left until the dark nuts are killed. And we're going to move that block down, go down, and we're going to walk down the steps here, going past all the keys. Come up on the right side, and we're in a room with another one of the diamond-shaped block diamond-shaped block stair arrangements. We're going to go down through the first keyed door, kill all these keys, or as many as you want, actually. You don't have to kill all of them. And we'll bomb our way to the east, and we're going to go through this door here. And there's an old man here offering us a higher bomb bag for just 100 rupees. So we're going to pay that 100, we're going to upgrade to 12. Now later on in the game, we're going to have the opportunity to upgrade to 16. You don't have to beat the game. You can if you want, but you don't need to. So we're going to go back through that door that we just bombed through. We're going to go up, and then we're going to open that keyed door to the left. We're going to kill all the blue dark nuts in here, because if we don't, we can't move that block. And that block is going to open a staircase in the top right of the room. These things, like I have said throughout the entire walkthrough so far, are much easier if you have a full set of health. That way you don't have to get near them, you can shoot them from afar. Again, with the magical sword, it's only taking you 2 hits. It's not overly crazy, but they're always moving targets, so you just have to... you have to be on your toes, you know? So we only have 3 left here. And 1 left we'll take care of very quickly. 1 more hit, and he's done. So now we're going to move that block out of the way. We're going to see a staircase open in the top right of the room. And that's going to take us down into the treasure of level 5, which is the recorder, sometimes called the whistle. So we're back up in the room here after evading those keys. We're going to go east a room back to our staircase. We're going to move that block and go back down. We're going to avoid these keys here, kill them if you need to, and make our way up the left staircase. Back in the room with the blue dark nuts, you do not need to kill them, you just need to get out of the room. So avoid them if you need to, and go east through the wall that we had bombed. In here, our mummy friends are back. So we're going to go and sword slash our way to victory here, see if we can get any rupee drops or any other goodies in here. There's a bomb drop. It's a good bomb drop just in case there's, anything you needed. There was a fairy that came out of there too. We're going to proceed east again through the bombed wall. And the room is going to go dark. So we're going to break out our candle. And we're going to light the place up. We're going to get rid of these baddies very quick. Again, they're only 2 hits apiece, so it's not too bad. And then we're going to proceed north through the door that was previously sealed. In this room, we have 3 Dodongos. So remember the boss from level 2. They are back in full force in this room, and there's 3 of them. So we're going to knock these guys out very quickly. There's 1. And the last 2 have a bomb apiece in them. That should take care of the second one. And the last one coming up here as soon as he turns around. Alright, so that takes care of all 3 Dodongos in that room. We're going to get some bombs back, and we're going to proceed west. This room, obviously, these guys are just 1 hit. No issue whatsoever. Kill them all, get your rupees, grab your key drop, and proceed back east where we had just killed the Dodongos. With that key, we're going to go and unlock the door to our north into a room that's dark once again. And that is where we pick up our dungeon map. So break out your candle, light the room up, and you'll see that we're on a bit of a peninsula over here. Grab the map, head back south. We're going to go east one room. Once again, dark. These guys will prove to be no issue whatsoever. One-hit kills, especially with the ladder in full health. It is no problem. Pick up all your rupee drops and head a room to the north. You can see with the map on the top left here exactly where we're going. Again, 2-hit kills for these guys. So we're going to go and take care of them pretty quickly. They move around, so sometimes you miss with the sword beams, but don't worry about it. Kill all of them, grab your rupee drop, grab your key, and they go one room more to the north. This one is dark again. We'll light it up. We get some red dark nuts in here. These guys are one-shot kills with the magical sword. They are no trouble at all. There we go. And that is how we get our compass. One room more to the north. Once again, it's a dark room. But there's a key in here, so we're going to grab that key. We're not even going to bother with these guys. We're going to use that key and go one room to the left. In this room, more mummied friends. I mean, how many of these are we going to see? They're just literally everywhere. Like the infected in Last of Us. They're just in every twist and turn in this dungeon. So we knock all of them out. There's our key. We now have 10 keys in our bank. One more room to the west. We're going to break out our arrows here. One-shot kill with the arrows. So much easier than dealing with sword strikes and all that. Grab the rupee drop, use your key, unlock the door to our west as we go into the room of the dungeon boss here in level 5. The Dig Dogger right here. You're going to want to place a bomb, then play the recorder instantly. It knocks him down to size, then it's just one magical sword hit, and then we're done. Easy boss if you know the little trick. Grab your 5th piece of the Triforce of Wisdom, and level 5 is done. We only have 3 more Triforce pieces to go before our big showdown with the evil Ganon. So here we're going to leave level 5. We're going to go down a screen and then go west. This is the staircase where we previously got the white sword, but obviously we don't need it now. So we're going to proceed west, avoid these boulders as you go. Sometimes easier said than done. And proceeding west towards Death Mountain on the northwest of the map, but we don't quite need to go just yet. That's at the end of the game. And the next level that we're going to look at here is called the Dragon. This, for me, is the first really challenging dungeon in the game, because it introduces my least favorite enemy in all of The Legend of Zelda, and that is the Wizrobe. I hate them with a passion. They are the most annoying enemies in the entire game. And so we're right near where we got the magical sword near the graveyard. We're going to go up this blue staircase down into the big mouth, and we are at level 6, which is a lovely mustard color. So this level, like I said, a little bit challenging just because of the Wizrobes, but if you know where you're going, it's not too bad, as long as you can take care of the Wizrobes as you go, and there is our first sighting of them. There are 2 different types of Wizrobes in this dungeon. The orange ones will pop up in one direction around you, in either vertical or horizontal alignment to you, and they won't move from that area, so at least they're staying in one place. With a magical sword, they only take, I think, 1 hit to kill a piece. So we'll grab our key in that room, we'll go back west. There are also blue Wizrobes, which do move around. They are much tougher to deal with than the orange ones. So we're going to use our key, we're going to unlock the room to the west here. There are the orange Wizrobes again. You don't need to kill anything in that room. We're going to go north 1. And I feel bad for these guys at a certain point. Like the little Zols, I feel bad for them because they're just so helpless. So we're going to kill them in that room, grab our compass, go one more room to the north. And here we just have a bunch of keys that we need to knock out. They're not the problem in this room. The 4 statues in the corner will shoot these weird fireball things at you the whole time. They're really the pain in the butt of the room. Kill them as best you can, grab your key, go a room to the north. We're up to 10 keys now. This room only has spikes in it. We're going to go one more room to the north. In this next room, we're going to find a lot of different baddies. We're going to find orange Wizrobes, blue Wizrobes, Red bubbles are in here, and the ever-popular like-likes. Stay away from the like-likes. Don't let them eat anything. Just keep your distance. Use your arrows if you don't have full health, like I don't right here. Although I just did get a heart drop, which I missed. But the blue Wizrobes you see here are really a pain in the butt. They are just going all over the place. They warp from place to place across the room. Use your arrows, get rid of the like-likes, and then get as close as you can to the Wizrobe, and then he's done. Nice little heart drop there. Once they're all gone, you can move that red block and proceed one more room to the north. In this room, blue Wizrobes, orange Wizrobes, take care of them as best you can. And then bomb a wall to your right. In this room, we're going to have to break out our candle because we can't see a darn thing. Again, more blue and orange Wizrobes here. And if you want, you can grab the key. If not, just go one room to the north and use one of your many keys to unlock that room. Break out your arrows here if you need. Take care of the like-likes and the Zols. Remember the red bubble in here. If you touch it, your sword is rendered inactive for a few seconds. But as soon as you have it back, the Zols are just one hit apiece. So they are not too difficult. There goes the last like-like. There's our last Zol. And there is our dungeon map. Next room up here, hey, it's more Wizrobes. You're getting a theme here. We're going to get rid of these guys. Again, with full health, it's a heck of a lot easier since we can just stay away. The magical shield blocks all of the beams that they throw at you. And once they're all gone, we're going to lift that left block. It uncovers another staircase in our top right. And that leads us down, down, down to discover the treasure of this level, level 6, which is the magical wand. This is essentially turning you into a Wizrobe yourself. It's a pretty cool little weapon which allows you to throw beams at people, and it also leaves behind a trail of fire at the very end as well. So we're going to go back up the stairs. We're going to go back south a room. Into the room with the bubbles. South one more, as everything turns black. Into our room with our friends, the Wizrobes. We're going to light up the room. Try to get by him as best we can, even though I got a couple of hits there. Grab the key, and then go south. We should have 9 keys in our bank right now. Light up the room down here. We're going to take care of these Vyres very quickly. Just one hit with the magical sword. And the room to our right is now unlocked. So we'll proceed east. Into a room with more orange and blue Wizrobes and a bunch of like-likes and a bunch of bubbles. Again, these are probably the most annoying rooms in the dungeon. Also be aware that if you're using your magical wand, it does not really work on the Wizrobes at all. It does work on the like-likes, so don't worry about them, but the Wizrobes are pretty much impervious to it. So just take care of this room as best you can. Again, having the blue ring really pays off in a room like this. This is where, you know, if I didn't have a blue ring, things would be a lot more difficult. But use that magical wand on the like-likes. It hurts them quite a bit. I think it's 3 or 4 hits apiece. And now the room should get a lot easier. It doesn't matter if the bubble touches us at this point, because the magical wand really helps us out. It might actually be more than 4 hits as I'm going through this. But anyway, we took care of them. We're going to move that block. We're going to go down the stairs at the top right that opens up. Get through this underground little cave here where the keys are sitting. And then we're going to proceed up the other side. Another room with like-likes and Zols. We're going to just get the heck past these and go south the screen. Just ignore them. We have to defeat the Vyres in this room as we light it up. And proceed west. You can defeat them if you want, and you'll get a key, but you don't have to since we have so many in the bank. Here we're going to go north a room, unlock this door, avoiding the spikes. And here we are at the boss of level 6. This is Goma. Again, another one that you'll see in Ocarina of Time. It's the boss of the Deku Tree. It's Queen Goma. But in any case, in The Legend of Zelda, the first game here, you just have to hit one arrow to the eye when the eye opens up. Very quick boss if you can time the arrow. Grab your piece of the Triforce of Wisdom. We are 3/4 of the way home, as we have 6 out of the 8 pieces, and we have defeated level 6, the dragon. Before we go on to level 7, we're going to need to acquire something. If you remember back at the very, very start of this walkthrough, there was a piece of meat in a store that I needed to go grab. Now's the time, because we can't get through level 7 without it. So we're going to go down, and we're going to go east, and then we're going to go up the first set of stairs. We're going to push that stone out of the way with our power bracelet into our little warp zone. And we're going to go down the middle set of stairs. This is going to bring us back near the start screen. Right now, we're only one screen to the right. And we're going to make our way back to where we bought the blue ring before we even tackled level 1. In that shop along the shoreline, which is a little bit west and north of here, we're going to buy a piece of meat for 60 rupees. The meat is only going to sell for 60 there. We've seen it for, I think, about 100 rupees in other shops, but this is definitely the cheapest. So we're going to go north a screen here, and we're going to proceed north 2 more screens as we make our way up. Gonna go up 1 more, and then we're gonna move that Armos that's the middle of the top row. Get him out of the way and go down into that underground little shop. And here we are. So we're gonna buy that piece of meat on the right for 60 rupees. And then we're gonna go back down towards kind of near where level 3 was. So we're gonna go down here, and then we're gonna go west. Now, in here, there's a fairy fountain in the screen to your north if you'd like to go refill hearts if you need to. But if you don't, we're going to proceed west, and then we're going to go up. In here, we're going to find a lake. You're going to break out the recorder that we just got. Couple of dungeons ago. And that drains the lake, opens up a staircase underneath, and here we are in the lime green colored level 7. Second to last dungeon in the game that holds a piece of the Triforce, and the third toughest dungeon in the game. In this first room as we go north, we're going to discover a lot of blue gorillas in here, along with a couple of statues throwing fireballs at you. A little bit challenging in here just to avoid everything. Each of these gorillas takes 2 hits to get rid of. Grab your bomb drop. And then we're going to proceed to bomb the wall to the north and walk through. In here, lots of red and blue gorillas. Take care of them as best you can. And proceed to the door in the north. Blue gorillas, bubbles, keys in this room. You have to dispose of all of them if you want that door up at the north to be unlocked. Again, the magical wand, magic rod, whatever you want to call it, really comes in handy here. I've seen it called both the magic rod and the magic wand. Whatever you want to call it is totally fine. But they really come in handy here when you don't have full hearts and you don't have that sword beam at your disposal. So once that door is unlocked, you can go unlock that door and proceed to the north. There's a dig dogger in here, which we do not need to defeat. More gorillas in this room to the west. Get rid of these guys very quickly. That heart drop is going to help us out. Reloads the magical sword so we can use sword beams. Grab our rupee drop. Use that key on the door to the north. We're down to 7 in our key bank right now. And here's where we need to use the meat. This red gorilla here will not let us pass unless we present the meat to him. So we're going to select that, give him the meat, and now we can proceed with level 7. Going to proceed north here. We're going to light this room up. Our dungeon map is in here, so we're going to use our map to get across. I'm going to break out our bombs here, and we're going to bomb one wall to the north and walk right through that bombed wall. In here, nice little rupee drop room. You'll find these occasionally throughout the dungeons. We're going to bomb that wall to the right, and we're going to proceed east. Red and blue gorillas in here, again, if you're sensing a pattern. They are pretty consistent in this dungeon. The red ones, again, are super easy. Just one shot with the magical sword will do it. And again, the magical rod coming in very handy here. Heart drop opens both doors. We're going to proceed to our room to the south. In here, more Blue-Garias. We're gonna ignore them. We're gonna bomb that wall to the east. As we come across a secret room, again with more Garias. Who would have known? And a stairway guarded by currently immovable stones. We're gonna get rid of these guys very quickly. Breaking out our magical sword, getting a nice little heart drop there, a nice little bomb drop. We're gonna move the block on the far left of the diamond per usual, walk down the stairs to find the treasure of level 7, which is the red candle. Now, what is the difference between the red candle and the blue candle? The blue candle you can only use once a room, the red candle you can use as much as you please. Back up the stairs into that room, we're gonna switch out and grab some more bombs. We are gonna go to the east, place a bomb there, walk through that bombed wall. And here we are in a room with a bunch of Blue-Garias, all sporting blue boomerangs. We're gonna get by them, unlock that room to the east, as we come across another one of our dear friends, Digdogger. We know very well how to defeat this gentleman. Drop a bomb, break out the recorder, blow it immediately. As it shrinks Digdogger down, this time he splits into 3, unlike the first time we saw him, he only split into 1. But his little pieces are very easy to defeat. As we come across a room of 3 more Dodongos. We're gonna ignore them, we're gonna bomb that wall to the right and walk through the wall. We're gonna walk into this room here. Again, it's fairly innocuous until you see the wall masters coming out of the wall. And that's, again, where that magical rod is really gonna come in handy, because we don't want to get too close to these guys. But what we do need to do is kill every single one of those wall masters, because until we do, we can't move the block we need to unlock a staircase. There's only 5 of them, I believe. Once they're all dead, you can go ahead and move that block to the right. Again, doesn't matter if you touch the bubbles or not. Downstairs here, there's more keys. Surprise, surprise. As we go down the right staircase and up the left staircase. Into another room with a bunch of red and blue Garias. We're gonna do our best. We're gonna eventually blast open the wall on the right-hand side. It's bombed open, and here you will find Aquamentus, the same boss from the very first dungeon. He's the exact same boss. 2 hits and he's done. I will never understand why he's the boss of level 7. Same difficulty, same everything. Link is considerably stronger with that magical sword. 2 hits to a kill. Grab your 7th piece of the Triforce, and we are on our way to level number 8, and our last piece of the Triforce of Wisdom. Back out in the overworld, we are on our way to level 8, the penultimate dungeon here in the original 8-bit Legend of Zelda. If you need any potions as we go east, please stop and talk to the old woman. Buy them there. The last 2 dungeons are definitely the hardest 2 in the game. This one and the one after it are both colored exactly the same. The aesthetic looks identical, except the dungeons themselves are very, very different. And so level 8 is one of them that's kind of hidden away inside the overworld. Overworld. Levels 7, 8, and 9 are kind of tough to find if you don't know where they are. So 7, of course, we had to drain the lake. 8 is actually hidden in a bush after you burn it. So much like we've burned bushes in the past to find, rupees and heart containers earlier on in the game, it's much the same thing to find level 8. And it's a little bit east of where we started the game as we continue going east across the map here. Grabbing a couple of rupees as we go, bringing us up to 73. And we're going to go north here and east across this little pathway. And then we're going to go south 1 screen and then east 1 more here. That singular bush you see right there, we're going to burn that thing with our newly found red candle. We're going to burn straight across. There's our stairwell. Here is level 8. Level 8 is called the Lion, because you'll see when we get the map, it looks like a lion's head. There are a million different routes you can go through on this dungeon. We're just going to follow the one I like the most, so we're going to work our way through here. You're going to find a lot of old dungeon bosses as we go through levels 8 and 9. It's just par for the course with these 2. Again, they are by far the 2 hardest dungeons in the game. You have some dark nuts in here, you have some bubbles. just a lot of assortments of enemies as we run through here. So again, we're going to have to kill every enemy in this room here in order to move the staircase block out of the way. Of course, when we see this diamond staircase pattern, we're always moving the block on the far left of the diamond. Here, the Dark Nuts provide really no resistance for the magical sword, which we'll see in just a sec. Nice little bomb drop there. We're going to go grab that. And again, touching the bubbles doesn't hurt us at all. It just means we can't use our sword for just a second. And we'll just regain our sword function. There we go. And as soon as that Dark Nut stops being difficult... Hold on. He's a shifty little guy, isn't he? There we go. Alright, so let's push that left block out of the way. Let's head down those steps as we discover our first treasure here in level 8. This is the Magic Book. The Magic Book is an upgrade for the Magic Wand, or the Magical Rod, depending on what you call it. So now, not only will it shoot out the beam, but now is when it starts igniting the flame at the end of it. So remember when I said when we got the Magic Wand, it'll shoot out the beam and then leave fire at the end of the trail. The Magic Book is the thing that actually makes that happen. And so we're going to go past the room where we just killed the Manhandler. We're going to go back to the first room of the dungeon here, and then we are going to go, as I test out my magic rod, north one screen as we encounter yet another Manhandler. These guys are everywhere. We're going to try to ignore them as best we can, get through the north wall, bomb right through. And we're going to find ourselves in a room with a lot of blue Dark Nuts, and the thing that, again, makes this room very challenging are the 4 statues in the 4 corners that are shooting laser beams at us constantly, which is, like, super annoying. We'll grab our heart drop there, we'll grab our key, the door to the left opens, but we are going to go north into a room with, again, more bad guys. This level is just littered with them. We're going to try to ignore them as best we can, go through that keyed door at the top, into a room with a lot of blue Dark Nuts. A lot of blue Dark Nuts. We're going to try to ignore them, go to the north. And look, our third Manhandler already. We're going to stay away from this guy, bomb the wall through to the left, as we come across another one of those rupee drop rooms. We'll gather those up, go to the north. And here, we're going to break out our arrows, take care of these guys. It shouldn't be too tough. And done. So it's not too bad. We'll grab our bomb drop there, grab our heart and our rupee drop, and we're going to go all the way to the east wall of the room and bomb our way through. In the next room here, hey, Goma's back. This time Goma is a little bit more challenging, a little bit more difficult, and this time she's blue. This time it's not just the one arrow shot to the eye, she takes multiple shots this time. And you also get to fend off 4 statues that are, again, throwing laser beams at us. Giant pain in the butt. But you just gotta try to line her up as best you can. It's not gonna work every single time. You're gonna take some hits here. That's okay. This is why we have potions. If you need to use a potion at this point, that's totally cool. There's our second arrow hit right there. She's gonna take one more. There we go. So that opens up the doors to the north and the east. We're gonna go through the east room here. And that's going to reveal another one of these diamond staircases. So we'll keep our arrows out. Get rid of those guys. We have blue and red Dark Nuts in here as well. And once they've been defeated, as soon as I can get through them here, for goodness sake. One last blue Dark Nut and we're all set. There we go. Again, not a perfect run through the level, but it's enough to show you where everything is. So we're going to go down this staircase here, and then we are going to pick up the magic key. Or the magical key, depending on which book you're reading. In any case, the magical key really eliminates the need for keys for the rest of the game. Now you have kind of a master key for every single locked door in every single dungeon for the rest of the game. So any locked door in level 8, any locked door in level 9, you are all set. Back in the room with the Manhandler, we're going to go south through the door that we have bombed before. And now we are going to take care of these blue Dark Nuts in here. Hopefully it shouldn't take me too long to get rid of these guys, and that will unlock that sealed door to our east. Just one more left. Again, this room is only difficult because of the statues that shoot the lasers at you. Without them, it's really not that bad. So now that locked door is open, or the sealed door to the east. And again, here's another room with a ton of baddies. We just want to make our way down the stairs here to the east. As we go down, we're going to fend off the keys here. We're going to go up the other side. And we're in kind of a winding room here. So we're going to break out our arrows, take care of these guys. We see the key up at the top right, but that doesn't really matter to us now because we have the magical key, so, you know, who cares? Oh, and my timing is off here. Come on, give me a good hop. And there we go. Alright, so we'll grab our 5 rupees. And that unlocks the sealed door that was over to the left. We're going to break out our bombs. We're going to bomb the north wall, and we're going to walk right through. And here is the Gleeok at the very end of the temple here. Now, this guy has 3 heads. Kind of a pain in the butt, but as long as you stay on him, you should be just fine. Grab your heart container and walk through the door right behind him for our 8th and final piece of the Triforce of Wisdom. As your hearts fill up, we now have our full allotment of 16 heart containers, and we are ready to go meet the king of all evil, the evil Gerudo King, Ganon. So now we've pretty much maxed out everything we can do before level 9. Level 9 is up in Death Mountain. It is in the far northwest of the map. It's a very, very top row. If you're looking at kind of a gridded map, it is in cell A6. So A being the first row across the map of the overworld, and it's in the 6th column over, so it's A6. In that screen, you're going to find 2 big boulders. We're going to have to bomb our way into the entrance. Now, normally, if you had found the entrance to level 9 before getting all of your Triforce pieces, you would be confronted by an old man who wouldn't let you into the dungeon without the complete Triforce, but now that we have that, that gate will be open to us and we'll be able to walk right in. So here we're going to walk right across the river with our ladder as soon as these boulders are out of the way. We're going to make our way up. We're going to hook a left here, and we're going to keep going. A couple more screens over. Working our way past the blue and the red Lionels. And here we are. So this is where level 9 is located. We're going to break out our bombs. We're going to go over to the left boulder here, drop a bomb, and we're going to walk right down into the cave. Now, level 9 is the most complex dungeon in the game. There are a number of ways to try and get through this thing and get lost. So you see the doors are open to us now. This is where the old man would have stopped us. So here we're going to go left one screen. This is very complex, so if you're going to pay attention to me for one dungeon, pay attention to this one. We're not going to light up the room, we're going to bomb our way north. Here we're going to break out the magic wand. This is a new enemy called a Lanmola. We have not encountered this guy just yet. So we're going to kill him off, move the block out of the way in the diamond shape, go down the stairs. Familiar setting here with the keys and the 2 ladders. Go up the stairs on the left side. In this room, we're going to encounter a lot of like-likes. We're going to break up that magic wand, make sure they don't touch us, because we don't like it when they do. And it just takes a second to get these guys out of here. They're very, very easy to kill with the magic wand now that we have the magic book. So that the flame is there, and they just keep walking into the flame for some weird reason. I don't know why. They're not very smart. And just one more left after this guy here. And now he's done. So that's all the like-likes in the room. We're going to make our way to the east. We're going to walk our way through the keyed door. No problem with our magic key, of course. And this is going to bring us to a room with a bunch of blue Wizrobes, as you know by now, my favorite enemies in the game. We can get the compass. We can bomb the wall down below here, which is what we're going to do. We're going to go south. Kill off the Zol right there, and we are going to continue going south, bomb through one more wall. And there's a bunch of Wizrobes in here. So there's a couple of orange ones and 3 or 4 blue ones. And in order to get our compass, we're going to have to kill these baddies off. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Now, as I mentioned earlier on in the walkthrough, it is possible to get one more bomb upgrade in this dungeon. Right now, I'm working with a max bomb bag of 12. There is a room in this dungeon where you can upgrade that to 16. You do not need it to beat the dungeon. You can have it if you'd like. If you'd like to go for 100% completion of the dungeon, go to every room. It's certainly going to help you out, but you don't have to do it. So we have our compass. We're going to go back north 2 rooms, then we're going to go 1 room to the east. And again, it's still dark. Here, it's going to light itself up. And this is a new enemy, one of the least favorite ones in the game, called a Patra, but we're going to encounter him in just a couple of minutes. So we're going to go 1 down. We're going to step past these gels, bomb a wall to the east. And then here's another Patra right here. For my money, this is the toughest enemy in the game. I hate this guy. He keeps flaring out his little circular bugs all around him. So we're going to bomb north, go by him, and we're going to go into a room with a bunch of like-likes and whiz-robes. We don't necessarily have to defeat any of these guys. I'm going to take care of a few of them. I'm going to bomb that wall to the north. We're going to walk right through into another diamond stair room. Here we need to kill all these whiz-robes off. Very difficult to do with these bubbles swirling around again, because that magic rod doesn't do much for the whiz-robes. It doesn't really hurt them at all, so you need to attack them with your sword. So avoid those bubbles at all costs. And again, if you need to use a potion here, you're totally fine in doing so. I'm going to use one. This is going to be my first potion of the run right now. And I want to make sure that I'm in pretty good health going into the final battle with Ganon coming up in just a few moments. We have a little more to go through until we get to Ganon, but I want to make sure that I have enough to get there. So we need to kill off these last 2 blue whiz-robes. I'm going to equip my magical rod here, as these bubbles are just annoying the bejesus out of me. There we go. And maybe one more hit on this guy should do it. There we go. Alright, so let's get this block out of the way. Let's go down the staircase. And let's retrieve what will be, I believe, our final item in this run. And this is the red ring. We got the blue ring very early on. The red ring increases our damage protection by double over the blue ring. So we're at 25% damage from where we were at the very start of the game, which is fantastic. So now we're going to backtrack a little bit. We're going to go south 1 room and south another room. To get back to the Petra here, we're going to get the heck out of the way and go west. There's some gels in here. We're going to ignore them and go a room north. Here's another Petra here. And this one we actually have to take care of. We're going to stay in the corner, sneak our way by, and then we're going to unlock that key. The old man here says go to the next room. We will indeed. We're going to break out our bombs. We're going to go west. And hey, more whiz-robes, because why not? 1 orange, 3 blue. We're going to take care of these guys just as we have 100 times before here. As the orange sometimes splits into 2. It's weird. Either that or they were overlapping each other before, which is very possible. Almost done. We only have 1 blue and 1 orange left. And there we go. We're going to move that left block out of the way. Staircase opens in the top right of the room. We're going to head down that way. And again, if you've never played Level 9 before and you want to use a map as we're going through this, feel free to do so. Look up a walkthrough. This is an extremely confusing dungeon. We come up in a room with 3 locked doors here. And these guys, why not kill them off? Get a couple of ruby drops. There we go. So the very last item we have to get here is the silver arrow. The red ring was our second to last item because I totally forgot about the silver arrows. We're going to go through our west door and west one more time. And hey, look, more diamond stairs. There's our 3rd Petra of the dungeon. These guys are just lovely, aren't they? And we're going to start slashing away at this good fella right here because we need to use those steps. So, the key to defeating a Petra here is you have to defeat all the little bugs around him before you can slash away at the big blue bug in the middle. So, it's a giant pain in the butt. He keeps moving around, it's tough to track him. And only a few sword slashes to the blue guy in the middle and then you're all set. Move the left diamond block out of the way, we go down more white steps. We're gonna go up more white steps. and we find ourselves in a room with a bunch of Wizrobes. So we're going to break out our bombs here, and we're going to place a bomb on the north wall and walk right through. In this room, hey, more Wizrobes. Can you believe it? There's more Wizrobes. We got to kill all these guys off so we can move another block out of the way to reveal another hidden secret in the room. And again, the trouble here is that those bubbles take away your sword. So we're going to walk up, defeat the Wizrobes here, defeat the blue Wizrobe there. We have one more orange one to go. One slash does it. Move the middle block on the right out of the way as we go into the staircase that opens at the very top right of the room, as we're nearing the end. And here's the very last item we get in the game, the silver arrow. Avoid the keys if you need to. Pick up your silver arrow. This is the one item in the game that can defeat Ganon at the very final battle that we will encounter. You'll see that in just a few moments as we make our way back up the left steps into the room we were just in. We're going to go down back through that bombed door, or the bombed wall rather, and take care of some Wizrobes just like we just did. Annoying that we have to do it all over again, but at least they're cooperating a little bit, and the blue ones were staying with me up in the corner. We'll wait for that orange one to show his face. There he is. Pick up a little bomb drop there, move the block out of the way, we'll hop back down. Don't get hit by the keys. For goodness sake, at this point in your run, keys are not going to be the thing that brings us down. And we're back up in the diamond room where we found the Petra before. We're going to go one room north here. A bunch of like-likes, which means that we need our magical rod. Do not let these guys take you down at this point in the run. Only 3 more to go. And the last one coming up. And that opens the sealed door on the left. We're going to go quickly through the door north of us for more like-likes and some spikes in the corner. Quickly attack these guys. Because why not? We're already here. One more. There we go. And we're going to proceed through that door to the north. Kind of a sandy room in here. Like-likes, blue Wizrobes, orange Wizrobes. We're going to take out our bombs. We are going to bomb the left west wall, go through that wall. There are spikes in all 4 corners of this room. We're going to break out our magic wand here as Wizrobes are surrounding us. We have a keyed door to the bottom, so we need to get through the blue and the orange Wizrobes here and avoid those spikes. There's the last one. So we push the block out of the way. This is the first and only time we'll see a staircase blocked by a spike. So we go down that staircase, we avoid the keys down here in this very familiar setting. We're going to go down the left stairs, up the right stairs. And we're going to find ourselves in a room with yet another diamond staircase, if you can believe it, surrounded by Wizrobes. There are spikes all around us. You can tell we're getting closer to the end of the game now because things are getting mighty intense. We're going to bomb the west wall. We're going to go through that door into another room with another diamond staircase. We are getting very, very close to the end of the run and the end of the game at this point. We need to quickly defeat these enemies. Magic Rod is our helpful friend here as we go down the stairs. We will avoid the keys. We will go down the right stairs. We will go up the left stairs. And now we are right near the final boss. The Petra is the final challenge before we reach the almighty king of the Gerudos, Ganon himself in beast form. We gotta kill this Petra off one last time. Try not to get hit. If you need to use your potion, go ahead and do it. Almost done as we get these last little guys out of the way. 3 sword slashes with the magical sword to the blue Petra. As the lights dim, and we approach the Lord of Darkness, the evil King Ganon, as we hold up the Triforce of Wisdom. I'm going to pull out my potion here. I'm going to fill up. Now, Ganon here is invisible until pretty much the very end. You need to sword slash him because he's going to send fire beams at you, fireballs, and you don't know where he's coming from. Try to stay almost in one spot, and just sword slash to the best of your ability, trying to hit him. He goes randomly around the room. There's one hit right there. It's 4. There we go. And so we hit him with a silver arrow. Ganon is dispelled. He drops his piece of the Triforce right there. Both doors open. And we go north, slash away the fire, and we are reunited with Princess Zelda at the end of level 9 and at the end of the game. She thanks Link. She says he's the hero of Hyrule. They both hold up their Triforces next to each other in a beautiful scene. It says, finally peace returns to Hyrule. The end. And so, I hope you guys have really enjoyed this run-through of The Legend of Zelda. It's one of my favorite games of all time. I will never get tired of this game. I've played it 100,000 times, and it's still just as amazing as the first time I played it. You can imagine a kid in the 80s trying to do this without a guide or without a walkthrough or anything like that. And of course, another quest will start from here, but maybe we'll do that another time, quest number 2. In any case, if you enjoyed this walkthrough, please leave a like on the video. Please subscribe to my channel. I am the Zap-Zap Man. Thank you for joining me. From Hyrule, I'll see you next time.